Welcome to day 9. Now, in today's lessons, we're going to learn about being wealthy. Okay, so I want to compare this to you with happiness. Now, when we look at wealth in one hand and happiness in the other, a lot of us think we need to go and get wealth or get wealthy. Where the truth is, we need to become wealthy first to experience it in our lives. It's the same with happiness. Do you go and get happy? Now, the idea of getting happy is searching outside of yourself to get happy. And a lot of the time people can do that through destructive behaviors or events. So when we're looking at happiness, happiness comes from within, as does wealthiness. So instead of trying to get wealth and thinking of all the things you need to do, if you learn to become wealth, and what I'm saying there is be of the mindset and the feeling of a wealthy person. Now, wherever you're at right now, you are already wealthy. Whatever you have in your bank account, you're wealthier than a vast majority of the world. The fact that you're living in a first world country, that you have income or even government benefits, you are in a better position than a lot of people out there in the world. So when you think of wealth, for you to claim it and believe it, you need to know deep down that you are truly already wealthy. Regardless of your financial situation right now, you already have all the wealth inside of you to create the world and experiences that you want to have. So again, when we look at happiness, to go from a state of unhappiness to being happy, we start to change the way that we think. We start to change the view in our world. We start to change the way that we feel, and we start to experience more happiness. And when we're happy, we start to attract things that make us more happy. We start to be in environments where we tend to create and feel more happy. It's the same with wealth. So when it comes to your wealth, are you currently thinking like that of a wealthy person? Now, with many of my students, I give them billionaire declarations. I've worked with millionaire declarations at one stage too. Now we work on billionaire consciousness. The reason for that is when you start to embody the brain of a billionaire and really start to connect with what it would be like to be a billionaire, you start to see life without limits and you start to take different actions in your day-to-day life. Think about the way that you're showing up right now. Are you showing up in every situation as someone who has great wealth? Do you see yourself as a wealthy person? If not, why not? What do you consider wealth to be? Do you have really high expectations that you need to make millions or billions of dollars until you are wealthy? Or could you be wealthy now, start to behave as though you are wealthy, and therefore create that experience in your life? It is much easier to be first than it is to do. If you're trying to do all these things to create wealth, to create financial abundance, but you haven't done the internal work and you're not feeling wealthy inside, you're not going to create the wealth. You're going to create exactly what you're feeling. So if you're trying to do things out of a place of scarcity to try and get you into a better position, you're going to create more lack, more scarcity. If you can work on yourself, give to yourself first, feel wealthy, really envision and imagine what it would be like to have life without limits. What's you at your very best self? What is the most wealthiest version of yourself feeling and therefore doing every single day? Really learn this lesson. The sooner you learn this, the quicker all the pieces fall into place. Once you can become the energy that you wish to be, that of a wealthy and abundant person, everything else just starts to fall into place for you. Enjoy today's readings, and I'll see you in the next video.